Welcome back, Sebastian here. So time for my review for round 3 of the Formula Regional Middle East Championship. So this time at the Dubai Autodrome, so not at Yas Marina Circuit anymore. I think you could tell the difference, forcing the drivers to go to a brand new circuit. Some drivers thrived, whereas others struggled a lot, particularly some of the rookies. So starting with race 1, it was Taylor Barnard on pole, with Rafael Camara in second. Tappinen had a great start from, I believe, 5th on the grid, and he was up to P2. He almost takes the lead, but we get a great lap 1 battle between himself and Barnard, with Barnard coming out on top there. 5 minutes into the race, Tapares and Lindblad both overtake Lyle for P14 and P15 respectively at turn 11, so good battle there. 10 minutes into the race, Camara is starting to put a ton of pressure on Murray Boya for the final spot on the podium, and they make contact at turn 10, so that the hairpin after the back straight, and Camara takes the position and he's up to P3. With 12 minutes into the race, Tappinen goes for a move at turn 1 but isn't able to take the lead, so a bit difficult to overtake in these Formula Regional cars, but Tappinen giving it his best shot. 18 minutes into the race, Ugo Chukwu overtakes Bora P6, turn 1. Ugo Chukwu goes a bit deep at the corner, makes a small mistake, and this allows Bora to fight back, but luckily for him, he's able to retain the lead after that good battle between turns 2 and turns 3. 19 minutes into the race, Bador overtakes Bora turn 10 for P7. 20 minutes into the race, Tappinen tries again turn 1, not able to make it stick. 28 minutes into the race, so basically at the very end of the race, Wharton stops on track. Fortunately we don't get any safety car or yellow flags. I think maybe we got a yellow flag, but yeah, definitely no safety car. And Barnard takes the checkered flag for his first win since round 1. After the race, Camara was given a 5-second penalty for the Urgy move he used on Boya, so he lost his podium there, but he only dropped to P4. So taking a look at the result from the first race, Barnard P1, Tappinen second, Boya third, of course retaking that podium position. Camara 4th, Stenshorn 5th, Ugo Chukwu 6th, Bador 7th, Intro Puvasak 8th, Bora 9th, and then Teofil now in 10th. So moving on to the second race, race 2. Now it was on pole because it's a reverse grid pole race, and Nico Bora in second. Liu pulled into the pit lane right as the race was about to start, so it seemed like he had some kind of mechanical issue there. Now pushes Bora right to the edge of the track, right up against the pit wall at the start, but Bora takes the lead there at turn 1. Just 2 minutes into the race, into Puvasak and Bador overtake now at turn 1, so now with a poor start, and his day would just get worse from there. And Garcia would be out of the race, some kind of mechanical issue, pulled over at turn 2, I believe. 5 minutes into the race, Stenshorn tries to make a move, but he kind of makes a mess of it, goes airborne on the curb basically, and he drops to P8 there. Ugo Chukwu then overtakes now for P4, and Camara also overtakes him for P5. 7 minutes in, great racing between Stenshorn, Tappinen, and Barnard, and the result leaves Tappinen moving up to P8. 11 minutes to go, Tappinen overtakes now at P7, so now who started on pole dropped all the way to P7 at this point. Race definitely not going to plan for him. 15 minutes in, now gets overtaken by Barnard. 22 minutes in, John Bennett tags Maschio, sends Maschio into a spin, but he's able to continue, so no prolonged yellow flags there. Now retires in the pit, so maybe some kind of a mechanical issue, which was responsible for his lack of pace today, but Bennett retires as well after tagging Maschio. So Nico Bora takes the checkered flag, first win for him this season. Second with Intro Puvasak, and Brando Bador, son of Luca Bador, finishes third, the final podium place. Ugo Chukwu in 4th, Camara 5th, Boya 6th, Tappinen 7th, 8th is Barnard, Stenshorn in 9th, and Lindblad in 10th. And final race of the weekend, race 3, Kamara starts on pole with Tappinen second. Tappinen takes the lead on the opening corners, but Kamara fights back and retakes the lead later in the lap. And Barnard was up to P3. 3 minutes in, Kamara goes off track, he loses the lead, and we get this really intense battle between Barnard and Tappinen and Kamara for the lead of the race. Really great to see, very, very clean, but Kamara stays at one point Barnard took the lead, but then he lost a couple corners later, so Kamara retakes the lead and stays in first there. 4 minutes in, Bedoya takes P4, and then we get a really intense midfield battle for P7 between Lindblad, Del Pino, and Interpruvasac. So really nice battling there as well in the midfield. 10 minutes in, Noah Stromstead making his Formula Regional Middle East debut this year. He gets spun around and he would go into the pits to retire. 17 minutes in, Boya gets a puncture, so unfortunate for him. Another race running in a very strong position. Stopped out on track, and he was forced to retire. Bedoya then overtakes Barnard for P3, so in podium position for the second straight race. 24 minutes in, Carrasquedo spins all on his own at the final corner, brings out the safety car. Lindblad, just as the safety car is coming in a really good points paying position, best race definitely this weekend. He slows down and retires, so it looks like some kind of mechanical issue, so really unfortunate for him. And unfortunately, because of that late safety car coming out with basically 4 minutes left in the race, and then Lindblad retiring as well, the race would finish under the safety car. And Rafael Kamara would take the checkered flag, winning his first Formula Regional Middle East race of the year. So your top three: Kamara, Tappinen, Bedoya, and then Barnard fourth, Wharton fifth, 6th Stenchwan, Del Pino 7th, Boyer 8th, Interpruvasac in 9th, and Ugo Chukwu in 10th with the final point. Now, taking a look at the championship, after three races, 3 rounds out of 5 total, Tappinen maintains his lead 142 points, ahead of Barnard with 110, so that's a 32-point lead there. So actually extends his lead by 1 point compared to going into this weekend. That's just over Barnard. I think Barnard overtook Stenchwan. Not a great weekend from Stenchwan, but of course this is Stenchwan's final weekend in Formula Regional Middle East. He has Formula 3 testing later, and I guess won't be participating in the final round. But yeah, Stenchwan drops down to third, 108 points, and then there's a big gap down to Kamara with 77 points. So it really looks like the titles between Tappinen and Barnard should be a pretty interesting fight. 2 rounds to go, so looking forward to it. Boya, 5th place tied on 77, but Kamara has the count back with that win. Interpruvasac 6th with 60 points, 7th now with 57, 8th Wharton with 48, 9th Ugo Chukwu with 43, Bedoya in 10th with 42 points, Boyer in 11th with 35 points, then Lindblad in 12th with 33, 13th is Zachary David with 32 for Zachary David in 12th and 13th, 14th Abzakava with 14 points, 15th for Nishala with 14, and then Del Pino with 8 points in 16th place, 17th is Del Palo with 8 points, Noah Lau with 1 point in 18th, and then basically everyone else has no points. So just going off the top 25, Carrasquedo, Bennett, DeParis, Fittipaldi Jr., Liu, Claro, and Stromstead. So that's round 3 of Formula Regional Middle East. Honestly, I thought the racing was pretty good. Some pretty intense battles, and I think just because of the nature of the Dubai Autodrome circuit, the drivers were actually able to race pretty well and continue battles for more than one corner. So that was good to see. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.